I think I need to edit that a little bit better because the music trailed off. Oh God, I hope my mic is on. The music trailed off before the video was over, or whatever, the countdown. So hi, it's me, your buddy Gabe El Taib, comic book artist extraordinaire, handsome man, father, husband, all those good things, and enormous, literally enormous. Look at those muscles, baby. 6'4" mound of man. What the hell am I talking about? It's Friday, guys. I'm a little loopy. I've been drawn all day. My daughter's a little late to the show. Oh, look, here she is, right on time.
Hi, I'm on
I
time.
started
It's
talking.
not
I was
even
wondering
4.
if my mic was on or not, because the other day I had this really huge intro and blah blah blah, and it was so exciting to have Shanth and Jetty on my show Wednesday night,
Oh yeah.
and my mic was off,
Awesome.
so I got to turn you up a little. I can't hear you. So what are you doing, Minnie?
I'm living the dream, working for both my parents
Right.
and working on stand-up comedy actually. Going through a little bit of stuff, so comedy always makes me feel better. So I'll be performing this next week.
Right. For those of you that don't know, my daughter, she's 24. I got it right. I always do my wedding anniversary -1.
It's so weird how that works out.
I could do that for about half the year. She's been doing stand-up comedy like in Hollywood since she was 16. The same stage as Jerry Seinfeld. Not at the same time. But the Comedy Store right there on Sunset and all that. She's a very good comedian. And let's check the chat. We got Tari's here. Love Tari. Tari, your drawings on Instagram, they're getting better every day. Keep it up. Let's see. Fuck Google too. Sure. Good to see you. And Fizz Chozo's here. And Geek Avengers here. JQ is here giving me the shaka bra. I used to live in Hawaii. So, yeah. So for those who don't know, I was running around about a minute and a half ago because I was drawing right over there, Beef Law. And I was like, oh, I'm going to be late to the show. And then I said, Minnie, and she wasn't home. So you made it like Indiana Jones sliding into the door, grabbing his
That's how I felt. I was.
Let's see if I can show a little bit of Beef Law. It's coming. Gosh damn it. Let me turn off the. Here, you got to vamp for the camera. Just say stuff and I'll turn off the green screen.
I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. I'd like to know what everyone's trying to get for Christmas, or I would say most people celebrate Christmas. So what do you guys want for the holidays? Do you want to see something from my dad? Do you guys want to know?
Happy holidays, you bigot. Don't say
yeah,
Christmas.
I know. My bad.
Does this make any sense?
Yeah, I can see it. It looks good.
You know what I could do is make myself bigger here.
You kicked me out.
You're still on the show. They can hear you. Yes, good. This is Beef Law. This is an underground pit fight in one of those famous fire and smoke factories where there's just chains hanging from the ceiling. And the factory doesn't seem to make anything besides smoke and fire.
It's that factory off the 405 in Los Angeles.
Right. So I'm setting that back on my table. So you're having a good day working for me and Mom.
Somebody said, be funny.
Be funny.
I recognize that name from last time. I don't know how to say it, and you explained it to us, but
it's Hervoye. It's Hervoye, and then I'm going to make up the last name, Grahovac.
Hervoye. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Do you know Andrew Delman? I do not know him. Is he a comedian? Who is he? I just would like to know.
He's a friend of Danky Frankie, that's for sure. So you've been having a good day. I've been having a good day. It's Friday on FM 104.3 The Fan. Now,
that's something we should get for the show is like I should have like a thing of buttons and like boo 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 boo, like the air horn.
Oh, the Streamcast thing. I might get it.
For is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I sent it in the family chat so you guys can buy me a big surprise for Christmas. But anyway,
I do know who Sean Kerrigan is, Danky. I do know who that is. I don't know if they perform at the Comedy Store, but I know a lot of comedians. I worked at the Comedy Store in the kitchen. It was a cool experience, but I always stunk like potatoes. But when you invite me, I'll tell you how to pronounce my last name.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you wanted to come on the show, Hervoye. Yeah, I'll have you on sometime. That'd be fun, man.
That'd be fun to like feature like a fan every week or something.
Right.
We're workshopping as we're doing our show.
See if we can find a crazy fan that I have to ban from the channel or something like that. So,
he's your buddy. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah,
very cool.
Love the comedy scene. Most comedians are super cool, and just I don't know. I think laughter brings everyone together. Especially
is this the best part? To cut you off, is this the best part of being a comedian? People say, "Tell me a joke." Like
that happened to me all the time, and I came up with a really good joke to tell people, but then it became a famous.
Okay, let's workshop it. Okay, so anyway, I'm working down at the lumber mill, and what do you do?
I'm a comedian.
Oh! Tell me a joke.
Okay, This is my impersonation of a pool lifeguard. Okay.
All right.
Walk.
There you go.
Ta-da!
And scene.
But
That was
that
good.
joke became famous on TikTok. So like when I tell people that, they're like, "That's not your joke," and I'm like, "I came up with it like 5 years ago."
You know, I wrote a joke in college for I wrote a like a Garfield Dilbert style strip when I was in college. I'll show it to you guys sometimes. It's called Higher Education. Merlin the Monkey, James the Penguin, and they were just like frat bros, and it was just like a funny strip, 3-panel gag. And I wrote a thing about so and so saying one of the characters he lost 160 pounds of ugly fat, and the other guy says, "You don't look any different to me." He's on, "No, I dumped Clarabelle or whatever." And I've seen that joke in books and movies after I wrote it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
did someone steal that
I
from
feel
a
like
college newspaper with the circulation of like 1,000 copies a week or whatever?
I just feel like
So
there's so many none of us ever have like original experiences, if that makes sense, like heartbreak or like a bad day. But every and I think people have like the same thoughts because the same thing happened to me with SNL. I had a
mhm,
tag for a joke when I worked at McDonald's when I was 16, and the end of it was, "I'm loving it." And then they did that like a week later on SNL.
right.
So
I
I mean, I
remember
guess I'm that funny. So
I remember I told you some jokes about people who say they're an audiophile or a cinephile or a foodie or whatever nonsense people
Mhm.
claim when they're insane narcissists. I said, "You're not a fucking oh, like, you're a foodie. Oh, you're the one that likes
You
food.
like
Oh
food?
God. That's what you like food. That's so fucking unique. And oh my God, you like movies? Like these people are crazy that think I'm a foodie." And
Okay, really wait, really quick in the
I
chat.
saw some lady, not a famous comedian, but she like tweeted that out. She's all, "You're not a foodie. You're just 24 years old and went to brunch." And they get like 20,000 retweets. And I'm like, that's my joke.
Yeah.
So
Wait, so let's go back to the chat. So, thank you, Frankie. A lot of them are nuts. A lot of them are nuts, but I think crazy people are so much fun. I took a class with someone who told me they heard voices in their head, and it was the most. They were so funny and the most interesting person. Do you do improv or just stand up? I do both. I actually did about 2 years at the Groundlings. I did a lot as a teenager, so I did their teenager workshops, and then I did so. I repeated the adult class A lot just because I was really nervous and I wanted to be like perfect. That was dumb, but yeah. I love stand up and improv, super quick on my feet. Definitely inherited that from dad, but also the training helped. I would suggest everyone take an improv class. It will help you socially. It'll help you with dating too.
it's just fun.
Yeah,
We used
we
to
took it
drive her.
together.
Yeah, we used to drive her up to mostly my wife, but I would take her sometimes to the improv classes, San Diego, LA. It's like an hour or 2 or 3, depending on traffic. And then we just sit around in LA, like go to Starbucks or wherever while our daughter was doing improv. And then one time I said, "You know what? I'm going to take it with you." And it was so much fun. So, any of you out there, if you can get to an improv class, I don't care if you live in Toledo, Ohio,
It can
try
be
and find improv
anywhere.
just for the hell of it, just for the
Yeah,
fun of it. It's really, it'll help you come out of your shell. Obviously, me and my daughter don't need trouble coming out of our shells.
not shy.
I'm one of those people that enjoys confrontation. Like everyone else is doing the Homer Simpson into the bushes, and I'm just leaning into the weirdness. So
Everyone else's butt is clenching, but all right, let's. It is. They're like, oh, but okay. So
I like to
that
stay relaxed.
that was funny. Take a bow.
Ugh,
Thank you, Tari. I appreciate that. I have to continue watching 90s SNL is really good, but also Kristen Wiig
yes.
in the 2010s. She inspired me to do comedy. She's one of the funniest women alive.
Yeah,
Um,
that's your origin story that we would get the blanket out, put it on the living room floor when you were like in middle school,
I was
and me and
14
your yeah, me and your mom and your little brother, who's not so little, and you, we'd watch SNL and stuff, and we'd
in
all
the
fall asleep in the
office.
living room. It was fun.
Mhm.
And then I just suggested you do stand-up comedy. And Pauly Shore, for those of you in the crowd, they own a comedy store. Their family here, a comedy store, stand-up club in San Diego. And I was writing a paycheck for my daughter to take the classes there, and I'm like, if someone had told me I'd be writing a check to Pauly Shore's sister Sandy,
Sandy,
I,
Sandy Seashore.
rest in peace. What a great lady. She was
She
very eccentric.
honestly,
Yeah,
like, obviously, we are religious, so God saved me and still saves me today, but that woman saved 16-year-old Minnie, like, God bless her. If I have a daughter, she's gonna be named Sandy. She was an absolute angel. I don't care what anyone says. She helped me become who I am today, so thank you to the Shores. Um,
yeah. And poor Sandy passed away. What, 3 years ago now, or?
it was in 2018. Yeah,
And then,
so it's been
so I
3 it's
think Pauly is he the Pauly and then his older brother Peter.
yeah, it's Polly,
I think,
Peter, and I can't remember the other one.
yeah.
They're all really kind, though, super
So
nice.
anyway, that's the update of where we are and what's going on. John Del Arroz, that is John of the Rice, I think.
Wait,
My
really quick.
Spanish is
Gen X said hi. I don't want to ignore anyone in the chat for as long as we can. One day it'll be too many to say hi, but I want to say hi. So hi, Gen X.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Geek
Go ahead.
Avenger says people are only remembering Wig from Ghostbusters in 2016, and that's unfortunate because that Ghostbusters 2016, I didn't see it, but I also haven't eaten dog poop, and I know that sucks. So I don't have to see that movie to know it sucks. You could just tell by looking at it. And
I
Kristen Wiig is a genius, a comedic genius. You know, I wish people wouldn't think of her from that movie because she's a freaking genius.
That's what something I will say is like meeting comedians or seeing them. A lot of times when they're in a movie and it's not that funny, they didn't write it. Like, and I'm not trying
Right.
to defend her. I'm just saying, like, I've seen comedians in movies and then I see their set that they write and they're so much funnier on stage. So a lot of that is like corporate stuff, but I understand. And then Dinky Hanky, Frankie, shoot,
Thank you,
I'm
Frank.
old. I'm a boomer. We may know some of the same people. Definitely. I did Groundlings, I did UCB. And then I was always at the Comedy Store making potato chips, and
I
I
remember
never
I
did
picked you up from there in Hollywood a few times, and you just smelled like chicken nuggets and
I
Hollywood depression. She
I'm
lived in
so
Hollywood. I'm very proud of her. She lived on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood for a year by herself. And I was playing Grand Theft Auto with my son, her little brother, and we drove to her house in Grand Theft Auto. For those of you that have never been to Los Angeles, if you play Grand Theft Auto 5 and then you go drive around Hollywood and LA, it's a trippy experience. Because I
it's
played
the
Grand
exact
Theft Auto.
same.
I don't play video games, but I played it a little bit. And I played the game, and then I went up when she started doing comedy classes. I'm like, I've been here before. What? And then I was like, oh my God, the game. So they
Mhm.
don't have the whole map, but geez, they got a ton of it right. So
Yeah, and
Geek Avengers asking about UCB. Did you go to Upright Citizens Brigade? I think you did a little bit there for a
I
while.
did. That was the day I moved to Hollywood. I had an improv class. The day I moved to Hollywood was brutal. We'll talk about that in another stream. That was one of the worst experiences of my life.
Oh my
We'll
God,
talk
you
about
guys!
that in the next stream because it will take up the whole stream to tell the
Yeah,
story.
the
Let's
day
just
she
say
moved to Hollywood was
I
insane.
cried, and my without talking, you know how you can talk, like, it's body language. Most of talking is body language. Without talking, everybody knew where I was staying was not safe and I should have went home.
Right.
So,
It was
but
it was crazy. So should we
yeah.
get to the segments we're gonna do? We're gonna read
Yeah.
noise that a news no noise. We're gonna read news that annoys dad, and we're gonna
Mhm.
have Judge and Judy.
Judge and
Where
Judy's first.
okay, Judge and Judy. My daughter loves Judge Judy,
It's my
and
favorite. I
how
illegally
can you
watch it on YouTube all the
right?
time, and I'm not
How
sorry.
can how can you not love Judge Judy? And she's gonna explain to me a Judge Judy case, and then I'm gonna guess the great Judy Scheinlin. I'm gonna guess her
Yes.
verdict.
Okay,
And
it's
okay,
only
so this
3
is
pictures.
all
So,
right. So this is Judge Judy. Who is this beautiful woman? Ginny Paradeza. I have it
so
on another screen here. That's why I'm looking that way.
I wanna
Jenny or
give some
Ginny?
context. I don't know. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a clue. It's only 3 pictures, and the case is the fastest case. It's 26 seconds. They didn't even name the people that she's suing because it's that fast. So I want you to guess what happened.
So
They didn't even get credit on the TV. Like the
what?
editors were like, "Nope." So
Okay. All right. So Judge Judy says, "Hey,
26
welcome
seconds.
in." And
Mhm.
then Jenny, is she the plaintiff? She's the one who has the problem, and these gentlemen are the defendants.
Mhm.
Okay. So what does Jenny tell? I'm Judge Judy. What is your problem, Jenny?
Those 2 guys stole her wallet, and she's naming everything that's in it. It was $50, it was a gift card, there was her ID, there was her headphones, and then guess what the 2 guys say?
Here's
Guess what they
okay. I'm gonna do it. The guy on the right is Brian, and the one on the left in the black shirt, he's Malcolm. And Brian goes, "It wasn't $50, it was 25." And then
exactly what happened.
the other guy says they weren't Beats headphones, they were AirPod 2s or whatever, right?
It was about the earphones. She goes, "I left my earphones." He goes, "Ma'am, there weren't earphones in there." And then she goes, "I love it. Judgment for the plaintiff." And she gives her
Oh,
$500. 26 seconds. It was the
Judge
best case I've ever
Judy,
seen.
her, I mean, American hero, Judge Judy. I absolutely love it.
America's sweetheart.
Yeah. Oh, that was thank you for bringing me that. It was such a joy. Such a joy.
Mhm.
Judge and Judy, you could do no wrong, lady. Love it.
She is amazing. I hope I can if I can meet her and Guy Fieri, whatever you wanna say.
Yeah, we
I
love Guy Fieri around here. I will hear no bad talk about
No
him in the chat.
slander,
No
but
slander, no libel, whatever the difference is.
no triple D slander.
Okay, Gen X Strong says I had to do a service call at Judge Judy's apartment in New York City. Wall to wall, her apartment is covered with photos of herself. Couldn't even tell you what color the walls were painted. I love that because that makes so much sense.
You know
Love it.
what? I'm okay with that. She's earned it. She's been in this industry for over 50 years. She earned
Right.
it. I
Yeah,
know someone who was on Judge Judy's show. You know what? Last show we did, a girl I went to high school with was on the show. That was the like premiere. Hi,
yeah, if
Peter
you go back,
Orchard.
we've only done this is our third father-daughter dance show. We're going to keep doing them, hopefully every week if we have time. And yeah, Minnie knew the person in one of the ones we did. It's hilarious. Let's
And
one more comment, and then we'll move on to some of the
yeah,
crappy news.
I'll read it.
It's gonna make me yell at a cloud. Oh, go ahead and read it. Go for it.
I hated Hollywood, had to watch the stars because from time to time there was human poop in the middle of the sidewalk. That was normal. I have a story. I worked at Starbucks as well, along with the Comedy Store. Work in the morning shift, 3:30, walk into my car, and I see a cockroach eating another. I'm saying that weird. I'm seeing a cockroach eating another cockroach, and I was like, that's a metaphor for LA. That they'll eat you alive.
A filthy roach eating another one.
It's so disgusting.
Yeah,
We're both
you almost
so
said
close
it
to
like
this.
Grandpa. My grandpa Abdul, he says cockroach.
Cockroach. Yeah.
That's what he says. English is not his first language. He is from Libya. So, Fizchozo says libel is written, slander is verbal. I don't know, for whatever reason that's a little hard to remember, but thank you. Bobby Campbell, aka the Oracle, says, everyone, we're at 22 days till Christmas and 28 days till we close down the curtain on 2021. What a great year.
Thank you, Bobby. I'm so excited for Christmas. I hope you guys love Christmas and being with your families. And yeah, holidays are.
So let's move on. Burger King, and now I'm going to be looking this way because it's on my secondary screen. Burger King celebrates Whopper's 64th birthday with nationwide deal. I hope the deal is they promise to close all their stores because their food is terrible. Today's show is brought to you by Burger King, by the way.
I'd love if someone got an ad for Burger King before they watch the show because we're saying it. So like they thinks that the viewers will eat Burger King. So,
I haven't eaten at Burger King in probably like 15, 20 years or so.
I don't think I've eaten there since I was 18. And that's because my youth pastor bought me like French toast sticks. I didn't even eat the burger. Yeah.
All right. So how are they celebrating? Because I would be celebrating again if they just decided to close shop and say, hey, you know what? We gave it a run.
They're like, COVID, we got shut down.
It does suck. Hey, pour one out. Pour one out for Soup Plantation. They were taken out by COVID.
For those of you who don't know, Soup Plantation was the best soup and salad buffet, and it's in Southern California.
And they're nationwide. They're also called Cherry Tomatoes and other places.
Yeah. They have, it's like Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, but they were so good. And I actually went there a week before COVID happened. And it was so good. I was a little fatty, and I would get a plate of croutons and cover it in ranch. No shame. I don't care. It's
USA.
good. USA. Yeah, and I would just enjoy myself. But yeah, they closed. So rest in peace because of COVID. But yeah, go to I'll tell you.
Geek Avenger coming in with 2 hard hits. About Burger King, he says, cough, horse meat, cough. But then he says, no soup for you. I love it.
I love Soup Nazi.
Improv. Very good improv there, Geek Avenger.
Hey, you go to the Crown Legs. So
Fizchozo with the controversial, I still love Burger King. It's cheaper than McDonald's. He's not wrong. So how are they celebrating? On December 3rd and 4th, that's today and tomorrow, folks. The fast food chain is dropping the price of its iconic burger to 37 cents. It's a price not seen since the 1950s. I would say that is still too high. In 1957, Burger King changed the game, blah, blah. Okay, some marketing nonsense.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Burger King, do your worst. That's all I got to say. I don't have much to say about it other than I hate their food.
37 cents. Like, that's so insane to me. That's a quarter, a dime, and 2 pennies.
Hey, look at that.
Well, I'm just thinking about the change I have in my car. I'm like, I think I could buy 2.
Hey, Jared Weaver said the same joke as me. 37 cents, still too high. Love it. Love it. Okay, what do we have coming up here? Okay, so
this one's actually happy news. I wanted something positive. So
right. Okay, let's see this. Man who had open heart surgery wins $1 million lottery prize after the ticket came in a get well caught. I love this.
Yeah, it's just like, it is fantastic. Because like, I don't know, Burger King, I was just like, this is annoying. And then I saw this story and I was like, this is wonderful. Like, I don't know, look at his smile. Like, I want to get, he's like a grandpa. I want to give him a hug.
What a time to be alive that we have life-saving surgery now.
Yeah.
And Alexander McLeish, a Massachusetts man. Yeah, you know the stories that start crazy are always the Florida man. So we're in the clear here. I'm gonna put my glasses on and quit leaning over. A Massachusetts man recovering from open heart surgery won a $1 million lottery prize on a scratch-off ticket given to him by a friend, according to lottery officials.
Mhm.
That's amazing. He got 3 tickets and a get well card. And I guess his friend really meant it. Get well. So that's awesome. I don't have anything negative to say about this because this
No,
is
I
an
just
awesome
wanted a
story.
positive story. I was like, no, we're gonna have a good story. We're gonna
I
have
guess it's the holiday time. We should be
Yeah.
more uplifting and fun.
yeah.
Although it is fun to trash Burger King and their Whopper.
Oh, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Dad's gonna have a wonderful time
Right.
with that.
You know what would be crazy is if his scratch-off card had like words that had to do with him getting rich and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Well, like he scratches off and it said get paid, and it said racks on racks, and it says I'm about to drop 100 bands on you.
Oh,
I
no.
learned the lingo. I learned the kids' lingo. How much is a band? Is that 10,000? Is that 100,000?
I want to say it's like 1,000. No, I think it's 10,000.
I don't know. Who cares? I'm not a TikToker. I had a TikTok account for a month and then I deleted it. So.
I'm a TikToker and I have over 50,000 likes, but
but I'm not bragging.
Yeah, so and on average,
you gotta do this move when you're like being that way.
Humble brag.
Medical bills covered, Geek Avenger says. Thank you, Frankie says the thing about stand-up versus improv is in improv you got to deal with other people more, which means dealing with narcissistic egos, jealousy, etc. Yeah,
we know about that.
Should we? Okay. So we did improv class. Our teacher was Lauren Burns.
She's fantastic.
Super kind, super patient.
Encouraging.
And she's on HBO and a few smaller roles and stuff. And I don't know if she's been in movies or whatever. She was a fantastic teacher. But we had this one classmate, young lady, very pretty lady.
We won't say her name.
And she did not understand improv. And the basic thing in improv is yes and. So whatever Minnie says to me, I agree with it, and then I amplify it. And then the pattern recognition is what's funny to us as human beings. So I don't remember what the skit was about, but I was
at the Apple store.
I was an Apple store employee, and she was a customer, and there was some funny premise. So the teacher's like, okay, go. And she comes up to me, and I'm like, oh, hello, ma'am. I'm Daryl. Welcome to the Apple store. Can I help you with something? And she just looks me right in the eyes and goes, nope, just window shopping. So I'm like, and scene.
Like what am I supposed to do with
if
that?
I was a better improver, I probably could have jujitsu'd it into something, but like she's not supposed to say no. That's a rule.
Yeah, you're never supposed to say no. Even if it's the most ridiculous situation, you always say yes. Like, I still forget who Martin Scorsese is. I know he's a director and he has lots of good movies, but they were like, okay, your scene is it's based off a Martin Scorsese movie. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I just act like it was an action movie and I screamed and I did a little roll on the ground. And I was like, get down, we're robbing a bank. I had no idea what I was doing. But yeah, it's improv is a little bit harder because when you don't have ideal teammates, when it's with someone you know and you're really good with, then it's fantastic. It's like watching, it is live art. But when it's like random, that is very hard.
I remember I was told that in the scene I had to be Michael Jackson, but as the scene went on, I had to be more and more Michael Jackson as time went by.
Yeah,
and I didn't understand how to do it. So I failed at that one. But yeah, improv was a lot of fun. And Hervoyer asked me, how did I lose 500 subs? I didn't. I'm just over 7,000. I've lost a few, but I think when you get a ton of subs, you're going to kind of ebb and flow and lose a couple here and there. And hey, not everyone is for everyone. I'm thankful for what I do have. But I think I hit a high of like 7,060. And I have like 7,010 or whatever. But, I know I got a ton from being on Newsmax and TV and all that. But I didn't lose 500 subs. So don't be worried, man. The channel's growing. And everyone, if you could, while I'm talking about it, if you could take your little mouse there, go over to the hit the like, and then hit the share on this, please.
Subscribe, send to your friends, send to your dog.
Right.
Click on the bell for notifications.
Right.
This mirror camera, I feel like an old person. I keep moving.
Oh, you reversed?
I don't know. I have no
idea. I don't know. Who knows? How's the writing on your forehead? Is the writing backwards?
I don't know.
I can read it. No, you're not reversed. What are you talking about?
Okay. It's me then. Someone said first thing I did. Thank you. You'll hit 10,000 quick. Yeah, I was watching. I sometimes helped out with those videos, so I like to watch them once they're on the channel. Right. And I was watching one today, and I got my first ad, and I was so excited. I didn't skip the ad because I was like,
I watched 2 ads on my own video at lunch.
Yeah. So I now respect
that's at least like a penny or 2.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like it's like an ad for Carvana. Like it was exciting.
Is the for those of you in the chat, is the super chat button available yet? Because YouTube notified me that I'm monetized now, and I can there's commercials running on my stuff, but I don't know if the super chat there is there. I agreed to all the stuff and I clicked on it and they said, so Jared Weaver says, how close to monetization? I'm monetized.
Yeah, he's monetized. If you click on videos, there'll be ads.
Oh, and Gen X Strong says YouTube scrub subs from accounts. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I knew it jumped up real high. And maybe there were some like real conservative older people that saw me on Newsmax TV. And then it's like, I'm talking about comics. So the fact that I lost like 50 subs, in 2 weeks, I'm not worried about it because I gained, 5,000 or 6,000 in a month. So I understand. So they're saying there's no button in there, huh? Gen X
I want super chats.
Gen X Strong says, not yet, Gabe. I think you need 4,000. No, I have the 4,000 and I clicked all the stuff on YouTube's website to agree to be monetized. I'll go back into my channel manager thing on the website and see why the super chat's not there, but the ads are running. But thank you for telling me if they're there or not. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
But I have the 4,000 hours and I have the over 1,000 subs. Thanks to you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's so exciting seeing Dad's work take off, and the fact that I get to be a part of it is just so special to me because, like, I don't know a lot of people that get to do YouTube with their family, and it's honestly like a dream. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, and I want to ask you a question. You saw what's happened with me standing up to Hollywood, telling them to fuck off with their anti-American bullshit and all their woke stuff that I've been afraid to quit for a few years, and I should never be afraid and live in fear. And God's rewarded me tremendously for just being brave and saying, you know what, I gotta get out of this. But from your point of view, as my daughter, as the person I support, I pay the house payment with your mom and all that. How is it for you? How am I acting now? How does it look from the outside? Because I know how I feel, like just joyous and relaxed, and I feel like a kid making art again. How does it look from your point of view? How do I look, I guess?
You honestly seem so much happier. Not that you were miserable, but like you actually seem. Here's the thing. You've always been dedicated and always been a hard worker, but now it seems like you're in love with the work that you're doing. So anyone watching this, I would encourage you to take that leap of faith and do it. Like I haven't performed stand up in over a year because I've been too nervous and COVID and being afraid. And I was just like, you know what? I need to stop and just do it. Who cares? So just it's very inspiring. And I think that lesson can be taken in any aspect of life, not just art. Like you have a job and you could be treated better, go somewhere else. You have a bad relationship and it's not healthy. Do the thing that you're afraid of and run with it. Like what you said earlier in one of your videos, run to the fire and defeat it.
Right. Yeah. Check out Run Towards the Fire. I screwed that video up. It's a great video. If you look for it, it's short. It's like 4 or 5 minutes, but I dropped it Wednesday night of Thanksgiving. Everyone is out with their friends on Wednesday. I don't know why.
Everyone goes to the bars.
I was just so excited about it, and I need to learn to calm down. Geek Avenger says, like you threw an oppressive yoke off your shoulders. Yeah, man. So, well, I would say this, and I was trying to set you up for this, but I should have been more clear. I want a parent saying, now say thank you to your auntie and uncle. I would like you.
There's a chat up here. How did that happen?
I did that.
Okay. Sorry.
don't boomer. I did that. But I would want you to just look in the camera and just tell the audience, thank you, because they're giving us as a family, not just me. They're giving us success and freedom and changing our lives.
Yeah, well, I do
not just my life.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you to you guys because I know that being on here, it will give me opportunities too, but also just how much it's blessed my dad and like everything you guys have done for him. Like that's scary. A mortgage is scary. I'm 24 and I can't even imagine owning a house. So just thank you guys for your support and just the words of encouragement because we do look at the comments. We do see what people say. And a lot of it you just have to brush off because people don't have kind things to say, but the kindness, the support, just everything that you guys do for us and give for us, it makes a difference. So you might think it doesn't matter that you like a video or you watch a full ad or even participating in the chat. You guys, you're part of it. You're part of what we're doing. So thank you guys so much. Like that, it means the world. And honestly, I've been waiting for this for like 4 years because I know that my dad would be successful, but I was just like, it's on his terms. And now we're doing it.
I would always tell you and your brother and mom, like, I want to work with Ethan. But if I quit DC, what am I going to do if the Ethan Comics Gate doesn't work out? And it was a lack of faith. You got to have faith in God. And like, DC Comics is not my source, God is my source. So and it was wrong of me to be fearful like that, and you just shouldn't be afraid. I'm taken care of and we're going to be taken care of. So, Fortune favors bold. Absolutely. And then here's another one. Hervoye coming in with the comedy. I'm waiting for a response to your DC, did DC fire me video with Too Legit to Quit playing in the background.
I just want to say Yeah, too legit to quit.
He did that in the video. He did some like hand thing. I don't know.
I love that so much. One second. Oh, your friend that I'm gonna say it
Oh,
incorrectly.
Shanth.
Shanth. Okay.
I've been calling him Shanth, and then
Mhm.
he fixed it for me. Hey,
Oh.
Shanth. Damn it. Boomer, Shanth, do you care if I show them what we're gonna do? Shanth and I we're doing a show. I'm the biggest Van Damme fan on earth, but Shanth is the second. And what we're gonna do our own show every Wednesday night, talking art, talking. We're very similar. I think my father may have made a pit stop in Texas, where Shanth is from. We might be half brothers because we are simpatico on so many things. Shanth, would you care if I showed them the art that you've prepared for our show, because it's freaking
He
hilarious?
said go for it. And
Okay,
then
let me drop my keyboard on the floor while I'm trying to screenshot it.
I'll look at some of the chats because again, I want to acknowledge as many of you guys as possible because I know one day there'll be like 1,000 and I can't read everyone. So I want you guys to feel special
Right.
now and like you're part of the journey now of us getting bigger.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, you're in.
Yeah. Because you can't leave. Mortgages are scary. I know. I was 17 when they bought this house and I was like, what's gonna happen? I didn't understand.
Did you sound like that? We said, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. It's oh gosh, speaking of SNL, there's this one character and it was called Main Justice, but they were like from Louisiana. They were like, no, 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 no. So I was like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen now? But oh, I love it. Double Impact with Gabe and Shant. I love it.
Right, isn't that fantastic? And of course, that's a takeoff of the Van Damme movie where he played his own twin brother. And it's Hong Kong, and it's great, and organized crime. So Wednesday night at 7 or 8 Pacific, we'll decide what works for Shanth. And I can't believe I called him Shanth right after that. Right after that. Jared Weaver says, and a mortgage in San Diego is no joke. You ain't kidding.
Wait.
Doc Blaylock says, hail Gabe in the chat. Hail to you, buddy. Thank you. Remember us, the people that were here at the beginning. Yeah, I probably need more mods. Poor Hervoya is doing everything. So I'll pay attention to who's here a lot and who's a great contributor, and you'll be rewarded with modship.
Yeah,
So.
and then I'm going back up because there was a couple that we missed. It's better to do independent art than selling your soul. That's part of the reason I left Hollywood, because I was just like, this isn't safe. I don't like this. I don't like the drugs. I don't like the lifestyle. Like I was honestly at the very end of Hollywood, I was not happy. I was so happy to come home. And then it says God provides to the faithful. Yes. Tari says you got a friend in me. Thank you.
Right.
I really appreciate that. You have one of me, and I have a YouTube channel. We need to put my stuff. And I just made an Instagram. I remade Instagram.
Okay.
So.
Hervoye says Cory Everson is deliciously evil. Cory Everson was like World Miss Olympia or something. She just had this amazing physique. She could have played like She-Hulk or something if she's much older now. But she's one of the villains in Double Impact, and she's got these thick thighs. And there's a part where she just gets she comes down from this thing and gets him around the neck to like choke him to death. And she's an awesome villain in that, because she's just this big brutish woman, but she's beautiful. Her face is beautiful, so it reminds me of She-Hulk. So yeah, Doc Blaylock says, been with you from the start, pal, but I don't want to be a mod. Well, now you're a mod. Too fucking bad. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, that's funny. It's like a Costco. You want a Costco sample? No. Okay.
When did that happen?
I don't know. Like I would do that when I worked at Starbucks. They would make me make little drinks, and I would offer people, but everyone's on a diet, and they'd be like,
my God. Tell people about working at Starbucks, at the rock and roll Starbucks in Hollywood, and the lady with the dog and the guy. Please tell them, because that makes me laugh every time.
So everyone has a dog in Hollywood. Nobody has kids. I have a dog now, but I will have children one day. Anyways, and everyone brings their dog into any store. Doesn't matter if it's the grocery store or a hospital, they're going to bring their damn dog. So this lady has this tiny little white dog that like fits in her arm. And there's this old guy that I would always give coffee to every week. He was really nice. He was this giant old guy with these big glasses, and him and the girl are both waiting for their drink where you go in Starbucks, like where the drinks go after you order. And he looks at her, and he looks at her and he goes, oh, how nice. You brought your dog in here. I hope it takes a shit and someone steps in it. And then he goes, bitch. And then he walks away.
That's the best part.
And it actually happened. And she didn't say a word. She just nodded and smiled. And then he walked away with his coffee.
Oh, good morning to you too.
He was like, bitch. Like, it was so funny.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. Bane Mahler wants his retirement age mother to get the hell out of LA. So yeah, it's
I support
good
that.
good advice from Mama. Get her out of there if you can.
Even going above, like in Pasadena or below, and like Hawthorne and Torrance is better than like actual West Hollywood. And
Oh,
then
I don't know. For those of you
yeah,
who are
I lived
not
there for a little bit too.
for those of you who are not Southern Californians, if you've seen The Californians on Saturday Night Live about 10 years ago, it is pretty realistic. It is pretty
Yeah,
funny.
it is. It is.
We are the only people who say the before the freeway.
The 405. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was out in Florida, remember I was out with your mom for our 25th wedding anniversary at Disney World like 2 weeks ago. They don't say I-75 or they don't say the 75. They say I-75, and it was like, well, it was like very
Yeah.
strange to me.
Yeah,
But
we
on
say
that
the 5.
SNL, the Californians like, why don't you take the 5 and get off on Cahuenga and go all the way down to Malibu and never come back or whatever they
Yeah.
were saying.
I
That's a
love
good
it.
skit if you guys want to look it up. The Californians from
And that
SNL.
has Kristen Wiig in it. So I think that's some of her better work.
I think the best SNLers from like 1996, 7, 8, or whatever that era to now would be Will Ferrell, Cherry O'Terry, Tina Fey, and Kristen Wiig. Those are like
Amy Poehler too.
and then Chris Kattan. He was
Mm,
fantastic when he would do that little monkey and eat the apple and stuff like that. And
that was
yeah, I
great.
loved him. Doc Whaler says, I lived in San Diego when stationed there back in the 80s. They asked me where I prefer to be transferred. I said, I don't care as long as it's not here. I think he's referring to Los Angeles. Oh,
Mm.
or is he referring to San Diego?
And then
I don't know. It's a mystery. Maybe we'll never know.
It says LA is an amoral hellhole. I agree. No, wait, scrap that. I'm current. Oh, because Fizz Chozo said that he would be a mod, and then he says truth. There's
Oh,
so
I didn't
much
see it.
Yeah. Camp Pendleton represent. Oh yeah, we're pretty close to Camp Pendleton. There's so much mental illness in Hollywood. I remember offering a homeless guy a Bible and he started chasing me. I believe that.
Yikes.
And then yeah, Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond. Daryl Hammond was fantastic. He was a great Bill Clinton.
Mm.
And then
Oh yeah, he was good. He was really good. Trying to think of who else. There's a lot of greats on that show. Like somebody that I know from the Comedy Store, yeah, is on SNL now. Punky Johnson. She's really nice. She's really funny. I love her stand up.
What is this? Oh, you can follow me on Twitter. That was in there. I didn't even. I thought Hervoye put yours link. Oh, here it is. I missed.
Oh, thank you guys. Yeah, I literally just made that like 2 days ago. I also have a YouTube channel.
Mom come over here. No, you can't be a voice in the background. My wife comes and goes, Chris Parnell, hon. Come over here.
Oh, I have a really funny story about Mom and Chris Parnell. No. Yes, Mom, we're gonna tell the story.
Tell them Chris Parnell.
So this was when everyone had flip phones. It wasn't iPhones yet, and it was during Comic-Con. And my mom saw Chris Parnell at the Hyatt in the lobby. And my mother, she asked for a picture with him. So, obviously she's a fan. As they're taking the picture, she goes, "Who are you again?" And in the picture, you can see his face. Like, he's so angry.
He got the stank face. Yeah.
He was so mad. But, yeah. Oh, yes. It's so good to see her on camera. Yeah, Mom is a gem. She's a doll. We love Adrian. So.
Yep. We love a queen. Or what was that?
All my friends say that. Norm MacDonald is fantastic, and I actually knew his sidekick or his Adam. I knew Adam. He actually put me on stage when I was 21 after my teacher's funeral. He was always really kind to me at the Comedy Store. I think he's with Joe Rogan in Texas now, but Adam is an amazing dude and just has a good heart, and he's very funny. So
yeah. Manuel 0311 of the World Eaters Legion Semper Fi. I'm not sure what that is, but I will always honor anything Semper Fi, Semper Fidelis, the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
And let's see. Haven't been to LA since the start of the pandemic. Don't miss it. You're missing nothing.
You're missing. I just went there the other day for my friend for like a BTS concert, and I was like, there was some guy playing drums in a parking lot, and he had a fog machine. He was really cool, but I don't miss LA. Was Adam cool? Adam was fantastic. He was always super nice to me, and there's so many people in Hollywood and you don't expect everyone to remember you. And I don't mean that in like a sad way. It's just you meet a lot of people when you're in the business and, oh, bye, we'll see you later in Croatia. And he would always say, hi, Minnie, or how you doing, Minnie? Like he was just a kind person. So Adam was nice. He was funny and he was really good at his job. He put up funny comedians on stage.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it here in just a second. But I gotta find something real quick before we do. So if you want to keep checking the chat for us.
Evenings, El Taibs, evening chat. Hello, Statistical Zero. You guys' usernames are so interesting. You like the East Coast? You know, I've only ever been to Maine, and that was to visit a boyfriend at the
You
time.
went to Georgia to get your dog.
Oh yeah, and I went to Georgia to get my dog. So that was cool.
I
My
took
little
her to
bat.
the airport at 5 a.m. and then picked her up at like midnight. She went all the way from San Diego to
I went to San Diego, to Dallas, to Atlanta, back to Phoenix, back to San Diego in one day with an 8-week-old Basset Hound puppy. And he slept on my chest like a newborn baby. I will miss that so much. We did skin to skin. Let's see. Evening. Well, I miss LA. You know, I miss like the fun memories. I definitely had fun. I could see the Hollywood sign from my apartment building. Jake Paul was outside my apartment one time screaming with his YouTube friends. I saw Beyonce. There was a club in the back of my building, and Beyonce walked right next to me. Um, I got to be a background actor twice. I worked with Danny Pino, and he was very kind to me. I met him. Just there were so many beautiful things. Like I miss home, and I'm really close with everyone, but there's good parts to LA. That was 14 months of growing up and really finding who I was. So I enjoyed it.
yeah.
Midwest is the best. Georgia rocks if you leave Atlanta out. Georgia was
Yeah,
really cool.
try to read their name if you read their comment though.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Bain Mailer, Midwest is the best. I've been to Oklahoma. Does that count?
No.
I don't
Oklahoma's like
know.
the South, isn't it?
I don't know. It's just in the middle of the state. I think of Oklahoma. Danky Frankie Gabe, we should improv. Don't know when though. Okay. Statistical Zero. Holy cow, she said it without stumbling. That's top tier right there. Lol, what a rarity. Oh, what your name? Statistical Zero. I talk really fast. It's kind of like Michael Scott. I say a sentence and I have no idea where it's going. That was something anytime I meet someone new, they're like, you talk super fast. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't really even know what I'm saying. Doc Blalock.
Blaylock. Come on.
Blaylock, my bad.
That's an Irish last name, I believe.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 of the World Eaters Legion. Thanks, Devil Dog. I don't know what that means, but thank you guys. Leg Kick 1 says Hail Gabe, and then Greek Avenger says Hail Leg Kick. Is that a reference
It's
to
Geek Avenger.
what did I say? Greek? See,
You
I
said
talk
Greek.
and speak so fast, I don't know what I'm saying.
All right. Well, I think
Dutch.
that's it for today.
What were
So
you
Burger
pulling up?
King is going to continue their reign of terror of disgusting food. Judge Judy blew those wallet thieves out of the water.
26 seconds. No, 28 seconds.
Oh, that's so funny. Those two geniuses. And then what was and then the man with the heart surgery got $1 million lottery ticket. That's amazing.
He deserved
All
that.
right. Well, we want to thank you guys all for tuning in. We're going to try and do it again next week and
We'll
every
be back
week
next week with
going
more
forward.
stories.
You guys are the best. Like this, and then please share it. You know, would it be a bother to ask you to just hit that like and then also share it? Share it to Twitter, share it to Facebook. We're having fun here. We like including you guys. And maybe we'll start doing some improv or something. You guys could throw us some topics and we could do a scene for you or something and fail miserably the first few times till we get the hang of it. But I just want to, and this is our signature here. So, Minnie, you got to do the voice and then we're out of here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks for watching. Okay.